Oi oi, CRT here. In this week's video is another monthly pickup video, this time for the month of October. I'm nearly caught up with it. So I'm going to just show you 10 of my latest pickups and give a brief overview of them. Okay, first up is some PS1 games. First one is called Wild 9. Now, this is a 2.5D platformer. It's mostly like other platformers where you go around collecting things. It's just this one's a little bit more puzzle orientated, and rather than having guns or anything like that, you use a weapon called a rig. And essentially the way is you grab the enemy and then you throw them around, and you can either like hit them on the ground or throw them in a trap, and there's some like gruesome deaths and whatnot. It's a pretty interesting concept. It's by the same people that did Earthworm Jim and MDK. So if you ever played those ones, you sort of get what I'm coming from. Their humour's a little bit dark, a little bit weird, graphically quite impressive as well for a PS1 game. Yeah, and cheap, which is, you know, always good. Okay, so next up, another PS1 game. So this is Worms on the PS1. Now, if you've never played Worms, essentially this is a team-based 2D shooter where you play a team of worms, 4 on either side, and there could be multiple teams on the map, and essentially you have a selection of weapons to use against each other. Now, it's all very basic graphics. The key component here is the gameplay. So you can use bazookas, grenades, machine guns, shotguns. Yeah, and the idea is that you line up your shot, you do the power, and then depending on how the wind or the environment is to shoot the other worms, and whoever kills their worms, because you've got 100 health each, wins. Now, I used to play this a fair amount with a good friend of mine from primary school, and he had the annoying knack of being incredibly good with bazookas and grenades. There was a weapon on there that I used to rely on, which was called the airstrike, which does exactly how it says. But yeah, Worms is a pretty cool game. It's on just about everything these days, and sadly these days it's moved into like a more 3D platform, which is not my cup of tea, but I do prefer the 2D stuff. Okay, the next one up is an Evercade title. This is the Taito's Arcade Collection 1. This is one of those purple boxes, which means that all the games on here are purple based. The Evercade games are really great value for money. You always get multiple games on the cartridge. They're all on the cartridge, no download required. They are yours for life. You can either play them on the handheld or the home console. Now, this one comes with 9 great games, but the one that really sort of caught my eye, well, a few of them really, was Bubble Bobble, to be honest. It's a pretty cool puzzle game. I enjoyed playing that, but the one that I played for the most that sort of caught me off guard that I never heard of was a game called Growl. Now, Growl is like a 2D belt 'em up, scroll 'em up, Streets of Rage, but basically this time you are fighting against animal poachers, and as you rescue animals, they then aid you in your combat. Now, you know, it's not Streets of Rage, it's not a Final Fight. The combat is a little bit simple, and a lot of the characters have been ripped off from other films. Like, I played most of it as a Indiana Jones, but legally distinct, different version of it. But yeah, for like 20 quid, honestly, you can't go too wrong for these Evercade cartridges. Okay, next up is some Xbox 360 games. So the first one is X-Men Origins Wolverine. Now, this is an Activision title. This is a really cool game. This is one of those movie tie-ins that don't deserve to be as good, because honestly the Wolverine Origins film was bloody awful, but this was really good. This is an 18 rated title, so they get all the gore and graphics in there. Like the opening scene, Wolverine gets his chest shot out by a shotgun, and you can physically see through it, and as it heals. A real sort of thing that I liked on the gameplay mechanic was, as you're playing around and going through the missions, Logan is getting shot, and he starts off like a white tank top, and as you get shot it sort of disappears, and by the end of it you're basically topless because you've been destroyed, and as you take damage you slowly regenerate. It's sort of like really nice, cool brutal hack and slash, but follows the storyline roughly, but in a better way. Okay, next up is Singularity. Now this caught me surprised, to be honest, because this was £6 I think I paid for it, but I was hooked straight away, and I'm going to go back to this and complete it. I just got sidetracked by a few other titles. Essentially it is a first person shoot 'em up where the Russians have discovered a new element that gives them greater power draw, and they start mucking around with it, and they realise that they can use it to essentially manipulate time. Now the experiments go horribly wrong and it all gets shut down. You then sent in to investigate the island where all sorts of weirdness is happening, and essentially you get a device called the TMD, the time manipulation device, and you can use it on certain objects to either reverse or forward time. So say if there's a bridge or a stairwell that's been destroyed by an explosion, you can use the TMD on it and voila, the stairwell is back. Or you need to get across a counterlever bridge, but the weights on one side have been destroyed, so you can make them up again. You can use it on enemies, but it draws a lot of energy to it. Gunplay is very cool. You get futuristic weapons. You can only carry 2. Yeah, really engrossing storyline and good graphics as well. Like, you pick this one up if you like first-person shoot 'em ups. Almost like Bioshock, but just less RPG elements. Okay, next up is an original Xbox game. This is the Capcom's Classics Collection. I got this as part of a bigger deal, basically, but I felt like this was a pretty cool title because it's got so many of the classic Capcom arcade titles on there. Most of the ones that you're probably going to know are the 1942 series shoot 'em ups, followed by the Street Fighters, Ghosts and Goblins, Final Fight. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I got hooked into Final Fight. It's rare that I play it these days, but I played through and completed it on this one and really enjoyed it. Again, not a too expensive one. I think I paid 10 quid for this one. Okay, next up is a couple of Mega Drive games because I was trying to fill out my Mega Drive collection. So the first one is The Revenge of the Shinobi. Now I had this as part of the Mega Games collection, I think, when I first got my Mega Drive, and I was rubbish at it because I was impatient and an petulant child, and I'd always just play Gold Max. But I wanted to get this separately because this year's the year of the Shinobi from all the games that have been released. So I went back to this one and gave it another go, and yes, it's difficult, but it is a rewarding gameplay and actually pretty cool when you sort of learn its mechanics and how to play it. It's really quite cool. Yeah, it can be a bit expensive. I think this is like £25–30, but if you want to get like a Mega Games collection, just get it all along with the others, it's super cheap. But if you want to buy it on its own, really expensive for some strange reason. Okay, the next Mega Drive one, Shadows of the Beast, or Shadows of the Beast. Yeah. Now I picked this up because it was cheap and I heard it was a very good game. I've never played this one before. I always get it confused with Altered Beast, to be honest. But yeah, not for me. I'm sorry if you like Shadows of the Beast. Essentially, it's a 2D scroller action title. You move along, you punch things, you collect different powers. Honestly, gameplay was a bit basic, graphics were purple. Sorry, I couldn't get on with it. Sorry. Okay, next 2 is some Switch games. So the first one is TMNT Splintered Fate. I'm a big Turtles fan. I'm a child of the 80s. Michelangelo is my go-to guy, and I had to pick this up. Every time there's a Turtles time, I pick this up. The best way to describe this is Hades, but with turtles. And rather than you playing one turtle and then select the different weapons to have a different mechanic, if you want different mechanics, you select a different turtle. It's got a pretty cool storyline. good graphics, good soundplay. It really stays true to the TMNT universe. But the big thing about this is it's multiplayer. Hades is one player, this is multiple, so you can have all your turtles on screen at a time. And yeah, this was an Apple Arcade release originally, but then came out to here. I really enjoyed this. Please give it a go. Okay, then the last one. So, Final Fantasy Tactics, the Evolence Chronicles. Now, in the UK, we did not get Final Fantasy released on the PS1, so I never got the joy of playing it. Now, I love my tactical RPGs, and was always disgruntled that in the UK we got denied this one. Now, I do own it somewhere up there in that pile there, as an import, but I never actually played it yet. So I've got this one. Now, this has two modes in it. It has Classic, which is a carbon copy of the original, or it has the Evolence Chronicles version, which is basically updated graphics, voice acting for all the words, slightly changed storyline, as in the words they say, but the story's the same, and then a little bit more lenient gameplay mechanics. So rather than chess moves of you move your character, that's it, they stop there. This one you can pick up and move. Save states, more save points, just some quality of life improvements. And I can just say, wow, this was a great game. If you like your tactical RPGs and you like Final Fantasy, then you need to play this, because this is a really cool, in-depth, great storyline title with amazing music. Like, I can't go on about this. This is definitely the game that I enjoyed the most this month. But that's it. That's my 10 pickups. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, I'd really appreciate if you could like and subscribe to the channel. And if you did pick up any good games this month that you feel like I should play or know, please drop it down in the comments. And as usual, I'll see you next time. Bye.